everyone, it's me Sharanya and you are watching S for Sharanya Science Classes. Today we are going to discuss about phylum Porifera, the pore-bearing animals, otherwise known as the sponges, which is the first phylum of animal kingdom. Right, you can see here some of the features we are going through. These all are actually the cellular level organization showing organisms. That means here they are multicellular, but that's not forming any tissue. These all are aggregates of cells. So we can say that they are cellular level, level of organization showing. Right. If you are going for the symmetry, you can see that most of the forms are asymmetrical. That means you cannot get into equal halves if you are dividing in any plane which is passing through the central axis. Right. But some of the forms are, very few forms are radially symmetric also. That means if the shape is like that, you can divide into equal halves. Then only it will get that radial symmetry. Otherwise, most of the forms are asymmetrical. Obviously, we have discussed that they are aggregates of cells, right? और बहुत सारी सेल की एक मास है, कोई it not forming into tissue or anything, right? So इसलिए उसको germ layers ही नहीं है, right? So obviously germ layers are absent, right? If germ layers are absent, then obviously coelomic cavity भी present नहीं है, तो इसलिए germ layers are absent और as coelomate बता सकते हैं, right? Again, if you are checking that their habitat, where they are living and all, then you can see that mostly ये सारे aquatic है, right? So most of them are aquatic, right? In aquatic also they mostly marine forms, right? So freshwater forms are there, but still most of them are marine, right? Marine, you can see that they are mostly non-motile sedentary forms. That means it will be attached to any rocks or any other surface. You can see that. So that's why we are telling that they are sedentary in forms, right? Here also you can see that both forms are available, like solitary forms also there, and you can see that as a colony, right? Colonial forms also. Colony maybe you can see that, or as a single bee organisms you can see that, right? These are the pictures you can see here. These all are the examples of sponges. We will go in detail, right? If you're going for that other systems, right, obviously cellular level organization, so digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, all these systems are absent. They doesn't have any such systems. But here also the digestion is taking place because these are coming under animal kingdom. So there is a digestion process taking place, right? So what type of digestion they are having? They are having an intracellular. Intra means you can see that inside the cell, right? So intracellular digestion is there. Digestion actually happening inside the cell, right? So the intracellular digestion you can see that in the case of sponges. And respiratory system, circulatory system, everything is absent. Now, if you are going through the reproductive system, you can see that the reproduction methods of sponges, these mostly showing asexual mode of reproduction. That means asexual in the sense there is no involvement of gametes, right? Most of them forming the young ones by fragmentation. That means it will be cut down into small pieces. Each pieces will develop into a new organism, right? And these can even show a sexual mode of, that means sexual mode of reproduction also they can show. Here that means the gamete will be produced by a single organism, right? So that means the male and female sex organs are present in the single individual. Then they are called a special name which is called a hermaphrodite, right? You have already learned in the smaller classes, we have discussed that hermaphrodite is the organism where the male and female sex organs are present in the single individual, right? So at the time of reproduction, sexual reproduction, these organism itself will produce the male and female sex cells and they will fuse together. That will be an internal fertilization. You can see that in the picture itself it is given, an adult sponge releasing the sperm, and you can see that other sponges, right? So the sperms are under into that another sponge. Here you can see that the male and female sex gametes, right, are produced by the same cell, same organism itself. But here you can see that one from the one organism, another from the another organism, but they have both, right? So here you can see that cross fertilization, but they have that sex organs are there present in the same, right? It's not in self-fertilization, they are cross-fertilization, right? So sperms enter into the another sponge and the sperm will fuse with the egg, right? So there will be the zygote, the larva formation will be there. Development is actually the indirect development. Fertilization actually occurring inside that internal fertilization, and now this larva will be released out into the water current. You can see here, right? Then it can grow into a sponge, right? So here hermaphrodite है क्योंकि मेल एंड फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन्स एक ही इंडिविजुअल में है, बट सेम उसका स्पर्म भी प्रोड्यूस होगा और ओवम भी प्रोड्यूस होगा. यू कैन सी दैट दैट्स एक्चुअली यू कैन सी दैट एक बार स्पर्म प्रोड्यूस हो गया, दैट विल बी रिलीज्ड बाय द अडल्ट स्पॉन्ज, राइट? एंड दैट स्पर्म विल एंटर इनटू अनदर स्पॉन्ज. उसकी सेम नहीं है, अनदर स्पॉन्ज में एंटर करेगा, राइट? एंड दे विल फ्यूज टुगेदर टू फॉर्म द लार्वा. सो हियर फर्टिलाइजेशन इज क्रॉस फर्टिलाइजेशन, नॉट सेल्फ फर्टिलाइजेशन, राइट? और डेवलपमेंट भी इनडायरेक्ट है. इनडायरेक्ट की मतलब है there will be larval stage or other pupal stage, like that. Metamorphosis type of development will be there, not simply the small that young ones will not look like the parent, right? I hope it is clear for you, right? Now some of the unique features, if you are checking for sponges, you can see that they are having a special type of what will say transport system, which is called the water canal system, right? What is the specialty of this water canal system, right? Here what is actually, if we are taking this picture of this sponges, right, you can see that they are having minute pores in their body, which is called ostia, right? So these pores are called ostia, right? The water will go inside through the body through the ostia. These are the minute pores present here, you can see that, which is called ostia, and they will have an opening, a larger opening, which is called the osculum, right? So here there will be enlarged view, you can see here, these are the ostia, openings of ostia, you can see that these are the ostia through which the water will enter into their body. They have a large cavity in here, which is called spongocoel, right? And it has an opening which is called the osculum, right? So these are the main part, right? So water actually, what happened here, you can see that the water will enter through the ostia, right, into the spongocoel, right, which is the cavity, right? You can see that the body wall, that into the body wall cavity, which is called the central cavity, it is, right, the spongocoel. Here you can see that water will be gone out. Here you can see the pathway, water is entering, right, into the spongocoel, and after that the water will go out through the osculum, right? So this is actually happening. What is the method, what is the means of this water canal system? It's actually used for food gathering, gaseous exchange, and removal of wood waste material. So whatever food materials are there, through the water itself it will come inside, right? And the cells nearby this, there are special cells which is called choanocytes and all. We will discuss that, right? Here some cells are present. They will take that food and all, the digestion and everything will be there, and the waste material will be thrown into the spongocoel. It will be removed through the osculum. So here you can see that these are the spongocoel and that canals, you can see that, and the specialized cells also, you can see that, which is called collar cells or choanocytes, right? You can see here, this is the entire ostia, right? Here small pores are there, which is called the ostia. The water will enter into this area is that actually the spongocoel, right? You can see that some specialized cells are there present in this. You can see that choanocytes, these are the collar bearing cells. Another one is their amoebocytes, right? You can see that, right? So and these are the main type of cells present here, right? So here another type of you can see that collar bearing cells, which is having special flagella. Here also you can see that. If you are checking the structure, you can see here this is the choanocytes or collar bearing cells, right? What is the specialty here? This will take that the movement of that flagella. Here it has a long flagella, right? So here the food in the spongocoel will be taken in by phagocytosis, right? So phagocytosis, you can see that will be taken in and digested, and the food particle, right? So digested by the choanocyte cell, and the waste material will be again taken out here. The amoebocytes or amoebocytes are actually then take the nutrients and give to the cells itself. So here you can see that these cells, specialized cells, having some special flagella, and their shape is actually the collar like shape because of their name is actually choanocytes or collar cells. ant. Here the body of that sponges are really somewhat hard in structure, right? You can see that some other structures which is actually present of calcium carbonate mostly in nature, right? So that's called very hard in nature, spicules, right? And spicules and spongin fibers present inside their cell which make them really hard. You can see that the glass like spicules are present, and you can see that now what will say spongin fibers also, some of the fibers also will be there which make them really hard in nature. The spicules can be in various shape. You can see the different alphabet shapes of the spicules, and other forms of spongin fibers also present in their body which make the give the support to the body, right? Some of the examples of porifera you can see that very interesting nature or very interesting names are there. You can see that one in the important example which is called cycon or the cypha, right? You can see the structure here. This is the original picture, right? And here this is called the spongilla, which is known as the freshwater sponge, right? One of the freshwater sponge which is called the spongilla, and the other one that's actually the euspongia, which is known as the bath sponge. It looked like a bath sponge, right? So that's why you can see that their name has given euspongia, right? So these are the very famous examples of phylum Porifera, right? I hope you understand the topic very clearly. If you understand it properly, please like and share with your friends and subscribe my channel, support me. Thank you.